All are worthy, all are accepted and celebrated here. Let's begin our service with affirmative prayer. If we can just close our eyes for a moment. We begin by acknowledging the gratitude that we are here on the traditional and ancestral territory of the Kakite First Nation. And we give thanks for the First Nations peoples everywhere, for their custody of this beautiful land on which we live, we work, and we play. And we are so grateful to be here in community today. So join as we sing together and laugh together and be inspired by ideas for wholehearted living. Taking a deep breath, and we are back here connecting and loving one another. Many names and paths lead us to the one presence and the one power that we call God. The power is the creating, attracting, and unifying force of love energy which surrounds us, which lies within us, which expresses as us, through us, in which we live and move and have our being. In this energy, and as this energy, we are all one, and from this oneness we send a blessing of unconditional love, peace, and abundant joy to all beings everywhere. We are so grateful. And so it is. Amen. So, daily word for today. Daily word for today from our Unity publication, which is the way that many people find the Unity Center and the Unity churches around the world. And the word for today is mother's love. The tenderness of mother's love shows me the presence of good on earth. Done excellently, but you surpass them all. And so, we begin our time together, as we always do in a unity service, with a meditation. Are we going to sing a song first?
If you like. Okay.
Would you like to sing a little?
I think this will get us in the mood.
Just to take us in the mood, just to take us into the mood. I think it actually is in the world of mine.
Yeah,
in the
look,
world
it's
of
right up
mine.
there, and
In
I
the
thought,
world of
oh,
mine.
I am walking by the river. Gray clouds are swirling. There's an eagle floating circles. Must be dinner time in this world of mine. I am thinking about my father, gone for years, seems like yesterday. I'm thinking about my mother, still here taking care of me. I'm remembering a child who is trying to find it. Amen. You are still a rock after all these years, after all our smiles and all our tears. And I do believe that we are blessed to have each other through these tests. You taught me well, and I never forgot that God lives here in all our hearts. And when it's time for you to go,
Bringing your attention ever more to your breathing. Following your breath as it comes in and out of your body. Do not try to change it, but simply be aware of the breath. Notice the little transition points between you with the breath in and the breath out. because the next breath is there. We celebrate this day. We celebrate this day in the presence of pure love. Love is with you in this moment. I am the infinite. I am made in the Creator's image. I am the sphere of love in which all planets, all stars, all beings, all creation are glimmering. I am the love that pervades the whole universe. It permeates every particle of my being. I am living in that light. The divine spirit fills me within, in the silence. Today we celebrate Mother's Day, holding our hearts to those who embody the made in the image of the Creator. I am the cosmic sphere of love. Let us all take a deep breath together now, filling ourselves with the essence of the divine feminine. Her strength, her peace, her limitless love. And as we exhale these breaths, we release all that does not serve us and allow ourselves to be filled and full of grace. And now, we walk forward from this meditation with hearts full of gratitude, eyes open to the beauty of divine love in all its forms. Be ready to nurture and uplift those around you in love, in light, in infinite blessing. We come back to this time and space, renewed, refreshed, and vibrating in love. All men, all women, and namaste.
And you'll see who you are on a clear day, how it will astound you that the glow of your feelings outshines every star you feel part of, every mountain, sea, and shore. You will see from far and near a world you've never seen before. So on a clear day, we'll see. You will see forevermore. You will see forevermore on a clear day.
Thank you, Linda. You're welcome. Thank you. Are you going to give the first slide there at the back? She is working on it. If not, that is okay too. You know, it's all good. Everything is good. And if it does not appear that way, we can make it so through the lens with which we see our world. So today we are celebrating the heart of motherhood. And so we want to dedicate this time together to, there we go, look at that, the nurturing spirit of mothers and mother figures everywhere. We want to explore the transformative power of love, gratitude, and connection. Co-founder Myrtle Fillmore beautifully said, God is in the midst of you, and that is wisdom. Take that in. Is that you? Can you feel that at the core of every cell? It is you. And so today we get to explore the divine feminine. So happy Mother's Day. The divine feminine lives and breathes in us as creativity and birth. It is the sacred source of creation, and the divine feminine is present in every act of artistry, innovation, and transformation. She is the womb of life, the force behind every rebirth and renewal, whether in the physical world or in our spiritual journey. Compassion and healing, nurturing not only the individuals, but entire communities and ecosystems. She can be fierce when needed. She is restorative and present, and a protector and an advocate, and a force that rises up through all things. I thought I might give you a couple of jokes just about our own physical mothers or mentors that you've had in your life. So here's one. A boy asks, "Mom, can I get $20? She replies, "Does it look like I'm made of money?" And the son says, "Well, isn't that what MOM stands for? Made of money?" Well, we're prosperous beings. We're prosperous beings. Are we not abundant, prosperous beings? How do you know when something is officially lost? When Mom can't find it. And what 3 words solve Dad's every problem?
Go ask Mom.
Ask your mother. Anybody heard that one? I'm sure you have your own phrases. And a couple of other thoughts. Good moms let their kids lick the beaters. Great moms turn them off first. And when the words "it's spicy" is used, it's universal mom code for I don't want to share my food. Nothing is truly lost until Mom can't find it. Do you believe that? We are building heart today, heart to heart. And I can't really do this without expressing gratitude to my own mother, who loved unconditionally, and her ability to connect and to love all people was a celebration of her life. She embraced it fully as a young woman in this photo here, but she brought her 3 girls with my father to Unity when I was a very small child as a way where she could encourage some kind of spiritual practice in our lives. And we all have our physical moms, but we also have our mentors, and aim to embody that divine feminine. So there's my mom, there's me and our son, and although it's physical when we speak about it right now, we are also experiencing the spiritual nature in everything that we do. We all have something in common here. We were all born from the womb of a physical mother. And we are able here in this world now to be and express our true selves as our sacred spiritual identity, whoever that person was. You were brought in to life. My little sister always used to say to my mom, "Mom, right? There's always a little bit more." So we need to remember that. So in this day, let us reflect on some of those mothers in the physical form that nourished us. Love holds the soul and body together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And nobody did that more within the unity movement than Myrtle Fillmore. Myrtle was widely recognized as the mother of unity, a spiritual movement into spiritual healing and self-discovery, and laid the foundation of unity teachings, emphasizing prayer and meditation and the transformative power of our thoughts. Our thoughts are powerful and can take us in many different directions. And so at the age of 40, she was told she had 6 months to live. And she decided that she was going to go on her own spiritual healing journey. So instead of accepting the prognosis, she embarked on spiritual healing, affirming her health through prayer and meditation. And her remarkable recovery became the cornerstone of Unity's philosophy. 1800s, that was not something that was taken in Western culture the way it was in Eastern culture, and we'll talk about that in a few moments. The teachings were rooted in new thought and emphasized the ability that every individual can shape their reality through spiritual understanding. And her personal experience inspired the prayer movement that we know as Silent Unity. Any one of you here can call Silent Unity's number 24/7 if you are in need of a prayer. If you need someone on the other end to affirm on that telephone line that you are a spiritual being, that whatever you're going through, this too shall pass. And I encourage all of you at some point to take the time to call Silent Unity. Not only was she the co-founder of Unity, but she was the heart of Unity, known for her compassionate and thoughtful letters that she would write back to people when they wrote her of their own healing journey. And her writings reflected this deep belief and connection to our divine energy, capable of transforming your life. These teachings continue to inspire spiritual seekers. The self-healing, the gratitude, the service are central in our spiritual lives. And her legacy honored it through many different publications, such as Daily Word, and this wisdom has reached and passed down through the generations. The connection that Myrtle had to Mother's Day is deeply rooted in the embodiment of our divine feminine, each and every one of us. And she did play a role as what she called a spiritual mother to the Unity movement, but every single person here has that divine feminine quality inside of them. And these teachings taught and emphasized nurturing, healing, unconditional love, qualities that have been associated with motherhood. What would happen if the world embraced have no discard? We would have people getting along, but we are human beings, and so, we do have our life lessons. So if we have something that we can fall into and that we can stand by in the form of whatever our spiritual practice is, it makes such a difference. She always embodied this through compassionate guidance and understanding. And I want to ask you, when you are in a situation where it feels like it's very disharmonious, are you going to be that compassionate, understanding role model in those situations. It's not always easy, but I can guarantee that you will have a life that is much more fulfilling and purposeful if you can remember that. Mother's Day was actually officially recognized in 1908, which celebrated the love and nurturing and the spirit of mothers. So Myrtle's legacy definitely aligns perfectly with what we now call Mother's Day. But her belief in the divine feminine and Unity's belief in the divine feminine as that spiritual motherhood gives us these divine qualities in ourselves and in others. So today, think about your own divine feminine. Think about the spiritual ideas that you can then pass on to others. We can do this in spiritual communities. In fact, we are, in many sense, asked to stand up to it. In times of strife, we have to be the light workers. And you are. Faith-based wisdom and communal prayer, they work. They work. When we encourage compassion and service, and we express this as divine love, the whole world is transformed. And they know that even meditation centers that from around the circumference of that place, people will feel those prayers. Our prayers work, and they do make a difference. Spirituality is our nature, and we develop it through the religion of our own knowing, the religion of your own knowing. You know, Eastern spiritual traditions such as Buddhism and Hinduism emphasize mindfulness, karma, and meditation. Unity's teachings totally align with these practices in their focus on inner peace and spiritual awareness. And they do tend to place a stronger emphasis on affirmations and divine connection rather than karma, which was one of the great teachings of the Christ consciousness in you, and the man Christ, which is you can actually, in this given moment right now, forgive anyone who has harmed you, and you won't have to repeat it in your next life. That's one of the main differences. Indigenous wisdom has an emphasis on community, nature, and ancestral wisdom. And Unity teachings share similarities in their focus. So we continue as we move forward on this Mother's Day from a Unity perspective through some of the teachings we've just been talking about that Myrtle Fillmore brought to this movement. And although she was not directly involved in the establishment of Mother's Day, I think that was Hallmark cards, if I'm not mistaken. But her teachings emphasized nurturing, healing, unconditional love. I'm a big fan of Rumi's too, one of our Eastern philosophers. And he said, we are born of love. We are born of love. That is who we are. And that is who your mother is love. There's a person I wanted to bring up in my talk today, and that is Paramahansa Yogananda, autobiography of a yogi in some people's reference. All be yogis. In fact, I've even heard there was a political party called the Flying Yogis, which was brought forth by Doug Henning, the magic guy, years ago. Anyways, I'm not sure if I'll be a flying yogi, but I'll be a yogi. And what it means is to be a practitioner of meditation, someone who practices intense spiritual practice on a regular basis, on a moment-by-moment basis. And if we are all yogis on a spiritual path, then guess what? That's something we can do in our everyday life. They say that Jesus was a yogi. He embraced the divine in himself. But the most important thing of his teachings was, and it is documented, he said, "You will do greater things than I. You will do greater things than I, but only if we understand the oneness." Paramahansa Yogananda, aspect of God, distinct from any sort of divine figures in various traditions, he describes God as Father, Mother, and emphasizes that the Divine Mother is the accessible, loving form of the divine presence. So what is taught there is tenderness and compassion. Sound familiar? Tenderness and compassion. The Divine Mother embodies love, beauty, and kindness. Second thing of his teachings, personal relationships. Unlike a distant, impersonal, divine figure that if I don't do what is said, then I can never have a connection, that is not the kind of spiritual teaching that we have here at Unity, but rather we encourage the seeker to call upon their personal relationship. And the next thing that is taught that I think is important around the divine feminine is the contrast that Divine Mother is formless and states that the pure wisdom was beyond creation, that the mother is the visible natural world expressing in all living things. So that's quite a thought. Take that one in. I love what Yogananda says here. God as Divine Mother ever watches over her human children, peeping through the caring hearts of all true mothers. Wow. And so we get to build this web of love, a web freely and lovingly. And this web has many different threads to it. And you can decide how big you would like your web of love to be. As I've said before, Paramahansa Yogananda's teachings of the Divine Mother portray the deeply compassionate, nurturing, and loving aspect of God, the force behind all creation. And again, it appears in many of our spiritual traditions. In Hinduism, the Divine Mother manifests in various forms, including Durga, Lakshmi love. In Christianity, in more traditional Christianity, the Virgin Mary is revered as the compassionate mother figure, embodying grace, much like Yogananda's vision of the Divine Mother. And in Unity, we believe that that divine feminine is the quality that we have inside of us. In Buddhism, Kuan Yin, she is the goddess of mercy, responding to prayers with deep compassion, similar to Yogananda's teachings on the Divine Mother's responsiveness. And in indigenous traditions, the culture is always of Mother Earth, as a sacred, life-giving force, reflecting Yogananda's idea that the Divine Mother manifests in nature. And in the mystical traditions of Sufism, the divine feminine is often expressed through poetry and devotion, emphasizing love and unity with the divine. And that was Rumi's quote earlier. He was such a great poet. I am divine love in expression. Let's say that affirmation together. I am divine love in expression. I was at the interspirituality conference in Costa Rica a few years ago. And they brought together all of world traditions, wisdom teachings, whether it was a shaman from Ecuador or whether it was the three amigos, the three priest, a rabbi, and an Islamic imam together who are working in South America to bring unity. So it was beautiful because I got to meet Sister Lucy. And Sister Lucy and I have become even greater friends over the years. Sister Lucy was called at a very young age to her calling of Catholicism. And she went on to do her study, and then after she did that, she then went to work in Mother Teresa's orphanage. And one night, a very tragic event happened. There was screaming in the streets, and she ran out, and what she saw horrified her. She went into a very deep depression, but when she came out, she knew what she needed to do. And that was no children or a mother that needed help was going to be left in the streets. These two young people you see here, Mangesh, various reasons. Sunny was left in a marketplace, abandoned, and Sister Lucy found her. This happens a lot when the mother or the family is not able to take care of the children. So Sister Lucy started one house, the Maher house, known as the Mother House. She did this with her own resources, she didn't accept money from anything other than what God inspired her to do. She did not get anything from any church or government. She did it all herself by asking for God to be the greatest resource. She now has 54 Maher houses. 54. And to me, that is a testament to a life well lived. That was her path. That was her life. That is her life. And each and every one of us has a purpose and a passion in this life. So how will you express it in your own life? What can you do today? Is called to you for emotional healing and inner peace and physical peace. And last, nature-based practices. Our modern spiritual movements emphasize reconnecting with Mother Earth. Practices like forest bathing, ecotherapy, and grounding alignment with the Divine Mother manifesting in nature, a walk. So as we come to the end of our time together, the world's at your fingertips. The world is at your fingertips, and you can make a difference. By putting your hands in the hand of God, by putting your hands in the divine feminine, and putting your hands into the world, you can make extraordinary changes, not only in your own life, but in the lives of so many. The power of love is the strongest force in the universe. The strongest force in the universe. Be the love in someone's cloudy day. You ever have a cloudy day? Yeah, remember in the Peanuts cartoon, some of you are too young to know about Peanuts, but you know, there's always the one character that had the cloud, and then in Winnie the Pooh it was, you know, Eeyore, like the cloudy day, and then someone would always come forward to try to grow a beautiful, loving experience for that person. The lens with which you see the world is the canvas of your own life. And extraordinary colors are coming into view now. So let that divine feminine be your guide. And go forth today to have a happy Mother's Day inside and outside in your world. Happy Mother's Day.
still. Well, I name it and I claim it, and then I see it everywhere. And I name it and I claim it, and then I see it everywhere. Well, I name love, and I claim love, and then I see it everywhere. Well, I name love, and I claim love, and then I see it everywhere. 'Cause it's mine. And I claim it, and then I see it everywhere. 'Cause it's mine, mine, the endless and everlasting love divine. I name it and I claim it. Well, I name it and I claim it, and I see it everywhere. Oh yes, and then I see it everywhere. Thank you.
Special guest appearance. I bring my really good glasses, though, so you have to bear with me, okay? Oh. All right. Please join us. A little more light, please.
Oh, dear. Uh-oh.
I'll be okay. Only hurts when I breathe. Please join us. Darling, come here. You can read better. You've got better eyes. I'll get my better half to do this. Get up here. You can have mine.
I have a
Use
flashlight
mine.
on my phone.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. I just can't see it.
Yeah, I'm another one with those bad eyes. Anyway, here we are. Okay. Anyway, please join us on Zoom tomorrow for Monday meditation from 10:30 to 11:15. We check in with each other. We enjoy guided meditation, and we uplift and acknowledge each person as we read the names of the people on our prayer list. To add someone to the prayer list, please fill in a prayer request slip with the person's first name and the initial of the last name, then place it into the offering basket. You can also send us an email or submit a prayer request on our website or app. We're holding a flea market this Saturday, May 17th, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. If you have items to sell, this is important, we got to get people out. If you have items to sell, you can rent a table indoors for $20 or rent a tent space with no table outside for $15. Or if you have your own tent, rent yard space for $10. After the flea market, you get to take home whatever you didn't sell. Lucky, eh? I mean, who could miss this? That? That's awesome. Admission is free. For more information, please see Lyle Bellingham. Please join us at 2 p.m. next Sunday, May 18th, for the celebration of life for our little white church on the corner. All are invited to celebrate and pay tribute to her life. Please pass this information on to anyone who might want to know about her service. Thank you. Our book club meets on the first Sunday of the month. We had a rich and enjoyable day. Instead of everyone reading the same book, the format is to pick a book, read a book, and share your thoughts with the group. Our next Wednesday evening group for youth and the young at heart, which is all of us, of course, but we can't go. We don't get the treats. We'll be on Wednesday, May 21st between 7 and 9. If you're looking for meaning, friendship, or just a good time with great people, our meetings are for you. Please mark your calendars for May 21st. Come as you are, leave feeling connected, and you are all invited. Looking for fun? For a fun alcohol-free night out? Join us every Friday from 7 p.m. to 11 p.m. for an epic karaoke and dance party. Sing your heart out, dance like nobody's watching, and enjoy a night of music, laughter, and community. This event is for ages 18 and up and is free. Donations are always welcome. Come for the tunes, stay for the vibes. Good heavens, I can't even. I'm in bad shape today, guys. Jeez. Okay. Unity of New Westminster is fully supported, and we are grateful for your gifts which support our being here. Many of us can contribute with pre-authorized payments, which are especially helpful for our budgeting. If you are not placing anything into the contribution basket today, please blind viewers. You'll find a donation link in the description of the recording. And please like and subscribe to our channel so we can reach more people. Please give freely from a place of abundance and gratitude. Thank you. We are so blessed. I guess that's the end of me.
I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so
Able to do that, we are going to sing Let There Be Peace on Earth and I Am the Light. Have a great week. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be with God